Hello, and welcome to today's daily run. Looks like we're starting at the beach today, and I am just taking a look around my team to see what we're gonna be working with. Honestly, Technician Caesar is amazing in any run you ever get. I mean, you already know that the boss is gonna be Ho-Oh, so don't think of it as like a counter or anything you're gonna take like to floor 50 that's gonna change like the way you do the boss or anything like that. But it's a pretty nice carry, like all around through the floors. It comes in handy a lot. It's pretty strong. It has priority, immunity to poison, which is nice. Also, we started with a Z's Floette, which is amazing because that thing is so strong. It's basically a fully evolved mon by this point because its stats are a little higher than the regular Floette, like maybe on pair even with Florges. I don't know. But I'm just switching around the items, and yeah, we have a Quaxwell right here. I really want it. I like it. It's fast. It gets secondary typing as fighting when it evolves, so pretty nice. Also, a lot of water we're gonna be having, but since we already know that the boss is gonna be Ho-Oh, might as well catch everything we want. By this point, on the run, I did not know who the boss was going to be, so I was trying to prioritize catching mons that obviously mostly are going to be water, but that either had a secondary typing or I caught it just to make my life a little easier. And I don't even mean like only the water. I mean all throughout the run I have a little difficulty with some encounters, so I just end up catching it and not adding it to the team. So yeah, always a nice way to work around some encounters that are gonna give you trouble, so you don't lose a lot of HP and get status and whatever. But yeah, first trainer of the run was really easy. It only had a single mon, which is nice. So we have a Marini right here, a lot of Marinis around. I just stay in with Caesar just because I don't want to have to deal with getting either poison or, getting hit with poison type moves. So if you had difficulty with the previous Quaxwell or for some reason didn't want to catch it, you have another chance right here to catch one. I highly recommend it. I grabbed the Eviolite, I slapped it on Floette. Not even sure if it works with AZ's Floette because it can't evolve into Florius, but it takes hits pretty decently, so I don't know. Not planning on taking anything unevolved to the final floor anyway, so I just slap on Floette to see what's going on. So yeah, don't really know about that. If anyone knows, has that information, if it works on AZ's Floette, like the Eviolite, I mean. And we're getting pretty decent rolls with items, actually. I'm just stacking everything into Caesar because, oh man, I love a Technician Mon. Like, they usually have priority moves, which are stronger because, they're less than 60 BP. So yeah, I won't be keeping Wiglet on the team, just throwing it out there. I see a Pelipper. I mean, it's decent. It has Drizzle. I just end up catching it because I don't want to deal with it. It's fast, it hits hard, and yeah, I hit it a couple of times with my mons and just chunk a ball at it. End up catching it, and Wiglet is going bye-bye. Now, I am going to be getting rid of Tranquil in a little bit as well, just because I just caught a Pelipper and don't really need a normal type. And yeah, but don't worry, the team won't be like full water mons, like 6 months. It's gonna be something like 2 or 3 water mons by the end of it, which is nice. I was really scared that either the boss was gonna be fire type and I wouldn't have the options of water type just because we started with Caesar. But yeah, it ended up working out. They gave you a pretty nice route to go with. In regards, like the sea and the beach and underwater. Yeah, I try to catch this Scrammer just because it's annoying the hell out of me. I don't even know if I do end up catching it or if it just, I end up killing it, but I do waste some balls on it, which makes me a little mad. And oh my god, that poor Pikachu. And yeah, full restore right here. My team is kind of hurt, but also, this mon right here, highly recommend you catch it. It makes your run a lot easier just because of the amount of water floors you can go through. I mean, now they give you the map on daily run, so you can kind of, choose where you want to go sometimes. I do end up choosing the water route Like, I believe you have an option to split at floor 20 or something. You can go to the ice cave, but honestly, you know the boss is whole. Don't do that. Like, you don't need that kind of stress in your life. So yeah, here's the second trainer of the run. It has a Gyarados, which is pretty scary, but thankfully we caught Kilowattrel, so yeah, I really like this mon actually. I do end up replacing it later just because I catch another electric type that I don't know, I have a great fondness towards. You're gonna see a little bit later on the run. But anyway, Finizen is also a pretty decent mon. It's very cool. I really like Palafin, but as I said, a lot of water types, so you can't really go wrong choosing your water type here. Like, try to go for something that's fast and hits hard, and you know, maybe has some tankiness. You can split that into like two mons. It doesn't have necessarily to be the same one, but you know, try to diversify a little bit in regards to, you know, a tanky mon, an offensive mon, a supportive mon, like utility mon. And yeah, anyway, the first gym leader of the run is Marlon, so there you go. I just keep stalling with Roost until I can get out of it with a little bit more HP and KO the Caracosta, which thankfully ends up happening because it misses a Aqua Tail. We have a Jellicent right here. I managed to get a couple sparks off, but it does end up taking my Kilowattrel down. So yeah, that's something. But honestly, it did pretty much all the work, like the heavy lifting for the run. And Quaxaw evolving right here, it's amazing because I do get this stab on the low sweep that I have, which is nice because I don't have to resort to water type moves. And the last one is Wailord, so I just, you know, low sweep it a bunch. It's gonna kill me with dive, so I just switch around a bit to conserve Quaquaval's HP because honestly, it's the mon that can do the most damage here and finish off this Wailord. So I'm just like sacrificing Pelipper and whatnot to get a clean switch before he uses dive. Unfortunately, it doesn't die right here, so I just go ahead and go into Caesar. I kind of forgot it had the Reviver Seed by now, so yeah, that popped and got kind of wasted, but it doesn't really end up mattering that much. But try to be careful with that. And right there, you can choose between Seabed and Ice Cave, and I choose Seabed just because I have an electric type, and things may go a little bit smoother. And this Clamperl, man, it's really trying, like, props to it. He almost managed to take out my Caesar, like, what the hell. And yeah, I grabbed the TM for Pollen Puff. I do not click it once in the run, but yay, I do have it if I need it. And yeah, as I said, Kilowattrel has a pretty nice time here, so if you have something like that, you can just go ahead and run through everything. I think pretty much the only option would be Kilowattrel by this point. Here's a little Scralp. I end up catching it just because it's a water type, but it evolves into Dragon Poison, so a little bit less water on the team, and I don't need Marini at all. I didn't even remember it was on the team. And right here, there's a Lantern, and I am going to replace Pelipper with Lantern. Hopefully it has the Volt Absorb ability, which is what I'm looking for, and it does. So even though I have a lot of water on my team, I have an immunity to Electric type, and that is also not a ground type, so that's pretty nice. Can abuse it a little bit. Now here we have the third trainer for the run, and honestly having a Tangela under sea just feels a little bit weird, but hey, I am with a giant metal bug, so yeah. The team is pretty easy to deal with. I believe I can just Metal Claw my way through pretty much everything with the Caesar that has pretty much no HP, so yeah. It's a really easy fight. Like, wow, I really can't like speak words out loud because I end up speaking it into existence because Caesar died, so. But overall, the trainer battles in this run are pretty okay, like nothing really difficult to handle. They do tend to have a lot of mons, I think, except for the first one that had like one mon. That was kind of weird for these runs. They usually have at least 2 mons, but hey, here we are at floor 26, so yeah, not really anything too exciting going on, just because I have 2 electric types right now, so I'm pretty set to deal with everything. And both of them have water absorb, volt absorb, so why do I keep saying water absorb? Maybe because I have a lot of water types, I don't know. But anyway, I take the opportunity to heal Lantern and taking out a lot of Basculins around here. I do get aromatherapy for my Floette, just because, it can come in handy if I don't roll for status items or anything like that. Or if I have a bunch of mons that have status. And Kilowattrel finally learning a special electric move, so yay! Here we are going to floor 30, not before teaching Ice Spinner to Quaval. And here we have Gym Leader Juan, so it's pretty annoying that I don't have anything like grass or that actually resists ground, except for Kilowattrel, which is immune but it dies to an Aqua Tail, so I do have Magical Leaf on Floette, so I use it to KO the Relicanth, and Scrub is evolving, which is nice. I really like the design of Dragalge, like, it's a pretty cool one. And I pass on Liquidation just because Aqua Step gives us speed, which is better. And right here, I'm pretty much sacrificing the Floette to heal the paralysis on another mon, just in case I need it. And I end up switching around, I believe, between Scissor and Lantern, trying to KO this Kingdra. Which is, I think it's the hardest mon, always. Like, my Floette died, so I could have managed that a little better to save it for Kingdra, so I wouldn't lose, like, all my team, but it ends up switching around here, which I thought it would, so I just went for the Bubble Beam to take the Whiscash on off guard, And yeah, I just finished off the rest of these mons. Warren is full HP, but it does not kill me, and I KO it in 2 hits. So yeah, pretty decent, I'd say. It wasn't exactly easy. I lost a lot of mons, but I was never like in true danger of losing right there, I think. I like to think so, at least. But yeah, now we're at the cave, so we can diversify our team a little bit. A little less water, maybe? I don't know. Let's see what ends up happening. And honestly, Scissor with Metal Claw is so satisfying just because I never get to use Metal Claw because it's a really average move, like really meh. Like 55 base power and not 100% accuracy. Not really my thing, but it's fun to use, like feels like a little bit you're like in the anime and you're going like, Scissor, use Metal Claw. So, pretty nice. And I'm sorry, I'm kind of all over the place, but I am really, I'd say, energetic the past couple days because I've been doing so much stuff and I'm kind of always hyped, and that's why actually I haven't been able to voice over a lot of the runs of this week, so I do apologize for that, but hey, life can get a little bit rushed sometimes, so yeah, sorry for that. And Floette is learning Moonblast. I love this duo right here. I keep healing Kilowattrel with Lantern, which is amazing. But as I said, Kilowattrel is going to be going away soon. So yeah, here's another trainer for the battle. If you have Scissor, honestly, this one is pretty okay. Like, it's just a Sea Viper and a double, so pretty easy things to take out. Yeah, I find Emotion. I do take the opportunity, I believe, to teach Thunderwave back to Lantern, which is something I always love to do because Lantern is so bulky and it's pretty much a free paralysis on a boss that is not, ground or electric type or doesn't have a Lumberry. So it has saved me on a couple of runs, and I do always like to include it on my team because of that. I do catch an Ursaring, and I'm trying to figure out what to do right here. I do not want to get rid of Dragalge just in case I need the poison typing for something. So I do end up getting rid of Kilowattrel, even though I love it. Its move pool is not the greatest thing right now, so yeah, I do swap it out for Ursaring, hoping to get the Peak Block and get an Ursaluna. I should have just went ahead and caught this one because I did not find the Peak Block, so no ground types for me for the final boss. And yeah, thank god that didn't end up mattering at all. And I do teach Light of Ruin, which is an exclusive move to this Floette, like AZ's Floette. By now, a lot of mons must have, at least in this game, by egg moves or something, but it's a pretty exclusive move. Here we have a weird double battle, Crowbite hanging out with Diggersby. Didn't really see that coming, but hey, glad you're friends, buddies. And I just killed one of your buddies, so my bad. And I do take Hydro Pump over Liquidation. I don't take Battle Dance because, honestly, if I'm gonna need Floette for something, it's not gonna be for a Grass type move, so yeah. I just switch around to not get poisoned or, just to avoid a little a bit more of damage, reviving Ursaring, and we have a Noivern right here. I'm just curious to see how much I would do with a Dragon Pulse, but I do not KO it, so I just switch into Floette to be immune and take the time to aromatherapy the poison off my Lantern, which is amazing because it had no downside. I did not take damage with Floette, so yeah, pretty handy move to have. Right here, I slapped the Shell Bell onto Caesar, and now we're fighting Rourke. So Floette is up first. I just Moonblast Radicant twice, which is enough. I don't know why he went for a special move, but thank God he did. We have a Golem, which dies quickly to an Aqua Step. The +1 speed is gonna help me out a lot in this battle, because pretty much I just go for 2 close combats and I finish it off with Quaquaval. So pretty easy boss. I mean, they do give you a lot of counters, so yeah, shouldn't have much trouble. That's the last gym leader for this run, so I choose the Badlands right here. You have another option in Lake and Laboratory, but I don't know. I just went ahead and went to the Badlands. I have a lot of water types. That's why. Right here, this Extra has the Great Out Ball, and it does, in fact, has the hitting ability of Mold Breaker, which is something I don't have registered. So I do catch it, but I don't add it to the team, thank God, because, oh my God, that would have been terrible against Ho-Oh. But yeah, taking the time to heal a little bit, switching to Quaquaval for easy killing, and pretty much all I see around here are rock and ground mons, which is not something I'm interested in. It's definitely the best route for you to go for the final boss in Ho-Oh, because you have a lot of options. Like you have Golems, you have Extra, which it's weak to fire, but it does learn Rock Slide, so you may be able to utilize that for something. Here's the last trainer for the battle, and it seems like we've been seeing Crobat a little bit on these runs. And yeah, once again, my Lantern is toxic. Like, stop poisoning my fish, damn it, I need it. I am going to use it, please. Anyway, just swapping around to deal with its boss. I think it has a couple Crobats, it has a Gigalith as well, maybe a Golem. Some pretty solid stuff, pun definitely intended. But yeah, taking a little hit on the PP for Aqua Step, but don't worry, I'll get that back later with an Elixir or something before the final boss. And thank God none of these Golems had Sturdy or anything like that, because oh my God, it's a terrible thing when they put mons with Sturdy that explode on you right before the boss. But thank God that didn't happen. I was just checking to see if Caesar had Bug Bite for level up move, but it doesn't. So I just slowly keep healing my Lantern, and my plan here is to, you know, still hope for the beat block, which doesn't happen. I find the Elixir, and well, I don't want to rely on rolls for full heal, so I do switch into Floette for floor 49 to Aromatherapy Lantern, so it can get a little bit healthier in the battle. Thank God this thing just went for Earth Power. I don't know why. Its moveset is weird, like level up moveset. But yeah, that's the run itself. Now we're gonna go on to the boss. You shouldn't have a hard time with Ho-Oh. Like, it has a Lepo Berry, so you won't be able to stall the Sacred Fires as easily. But if you got Lantern, honestly, I just spammed Discharge, got the Paralyze on the first, and managed to take out all of its health, basically with Lantern. It does have a Citrus. I go into Quaquaval for the Aqua Step, and I end up finishing off with the most unusual Pokemon I have, which is Caesar. I finish off Ho-Oh with a Metal Claw crit right here, which is honestly amazing to me. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys for tomorrow's daily run. Bye bye!